Hi there team, it's Coach Alexa here. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on teeth health for endurance sports, endurance running. And this was prompted by a conversation I had with my dentist this week, and as part of a kind of questionnaire she was asking me about my overall kind of health and well-being, and there was a question in there about whether or not I did endurance sports. So I wanted to find out a little bit more from her about why she was asking that question. It turns out that there's a bit of a risk factor associated with endurance sports, so running and cycling for example, where to fuel your long runs or long rides you're taking on board quite a bit of sugar. So you might be taking energy gels or sweet jelly babies, shot block sports drinks to fuel those longer training sessions and races. Great from a fueling point of view, not necessarily brilliant for teeth. So it reminded me of the little sort of experiment we did in our classroom when I was at junior school, of taking somebody's baby tooth that had fallen out and putting it in a glass of Coca-Cola for a week and watching the horrible things that happened to it. It sort of rotted away in the little glass in the corner of the room. Sugar will be quite quickly broken down to form quite an acidic situation in your mouth when you eat it, and that acid then starts attacking your teeth. The good news is that normally you have plenty of saliva, which is slightly alkaline, which is sort of cancels out that acidity and helps keep our mouth a kind of safe place for our teeth to be in and not under attack from the sugary acids. The problem comes when we're doing a long training run, for example, so we're taking on board little and often little bits of fueling that are often quite high sugar, and that actually maintains and keeps topped up that high sugar and therefore high acid situation in our mouth. So we end up with longer periods of time where we've got that mouth acidity that can lead to damage to our teeth. And the other thing, obviously, when we're running or cycling or doing any kind of endurance sport, we're breathing in and out through our mouths. This tends to dry our mouth out a little bit, and that reduces the effectiveness of our saliva as a kind of regulator to that acidity. So the two things together don't kind of bode well for our teeth when we're doing a lot of endurance sport. What can you do about it? So two top tips from the dentist was, if you can, to take on board sugar at intervals. So instead of, for example, constantly sipping on a sugary sports drink, maybe having a gel every 45 minutes to an hour. So it's one little blast that then your body can clear so that your mouth is only acidic for a shorter period of time, not continuously throughout your run. And the other one is, once you've taken on board some sort of sugary drink, is or gel or sports energy bar or whatever it might be, is trying to wash it down with a little bit of water. Swallow some water to start with, swill some water around your mouth just to try and get as much of that sugar out of your mouth as possible, so that you reduce the likelihood of that acid build up. Just sipping on water little and often can also help, so encouraging the production of saliva and making sure that the mouth is not getting too acidic and dangerous for the teeth. Didn't think I'd be learning stuff relevant to endurance running from my dentist, but I did, so there you go. Hope that's helpful.